Welcome, everybody. It is the Carolina Fear Fest official podcast, Horror Conversations. That's right, everybody. Thank you for joining in. We will take your questions. We'll talk about it. We're going to talk a little horror tonight. I have two very awesome guests hanging out with me tonight. No strangers to Carolina Fear Fest themselves. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, talk about our experience this year. We're going to talk about the panels a little bit. And we're going to talk about the Terrifier 3 trailer that just came out, maybe some speculation, stuff like that, because it looks exciting. It looks very interesting. And I'm going to bring on the two guys who are joining me for this evening, the miraculous, the amazing, and I'm going to do all the plug-in for him right now. And that is Sir Sturdy from Horror with Sir Sturdy Podcast, Sturdovision, which is on tonight at midnight. And you should join in because I'm going to be there. And we're going to be doing a watch party for New York Ninja right before it on his Discord. So you need to make sure you come hang out with us. Then you can come hang out with us while we review it. But for tonight, he's joining me to hang out here on Horror Conversations. He was here this year and you saw him. That's right, Mr. Sir Sturdy himself. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, man? How's it going? And great time at the con. I'll just start off with that and I'm going to shut up. For now.
I want to bring on our other guest, also no stranger to the con. He loves it himself, and but he hates Jaws, so it kind of evens out on whether you should like him or not. His approval rating has definitely gone down, but we're gonna bring him on here, and that is the Master Shake, smashing things down. Dan the Man, what's up, buddy?
What's up, people?
Oh my
Excited
god!
to talk about the con. I do have to admit, when it comes to the Terrifier, I don't count myself among their fans, so I can't wait to be kind of a contradictory opinion here.
That's
I'm interested in hearing a contradictory opinion because I didn't think I would be a fan, but I became one. And after meeting Amelie at the convention this year and getting to talk to her, it's so funny just how, when you meet somebody from a certain movie that you really adore, you like, or even if you hate it, it can change your perspective. You know, because you almost like have this thing of like, oh, she was so cool though, and she was really nice. And
that happened to me 2 years ago at Carolina Fear Fest. I was not a fan of Zombie, the Italian film, and then Carolina Fear Fest had the protagonist from Zombie on the stage.
And McCullough,
Q&A session. Yeah, McCullough was on the stage for the Q&A session. And now I have a lot more respect for it, for like how guerrilla that movie really was.
Yeah.
I had no idea how guerrilla filming wise and everything. And so like that kind of inside perspective does change how things are viewed, I think.
And that's what it's a great segue into the panels too, and I appreciate that. And the funny thing was, I did that Q&A, and I was hesitant because I know who Ian McCullough is, but I was like, I don't know him well enough. I don't feel like I'm a good fit for this. So I took that when I was looking for questions. I was like, okay, we'll go at it as not a fan, not somebody who dislikes him, but like somebody who's just not a fan. What do you want to learn about him to try and become a fan? And that's like where my questions came in. And that's what I love about panels, because it's not just me doing that. Like there's great panelists all weekend long. And I really enjoyed it this year too. But that was a good one because it really turned me around too to becoming such a fan. You know,
I mean, he gave such a great panel and inside. Like, I have to imagine this year that like, did they do the Women of Horror again like they did the year before? Because like
they did.
That was my favorite panel of the year I was there.
It was good this year. It's actually, the Women of Horror one is always solid in my opinion, because you're always getting fresh perspectives. So I always like that one as well. They had some really good ones this year, and they're taking it to the realm of horror outside of movies too, which they've been doing every year, but like this year felt bigger. And Sturdy, you were there for that and being able to talk about it. But like, I'm trying to get a seance. I'm like, because they have the demonologist there. He was talking about, and then they had.
Sure, he doesn't want to fuck with that, I don't think.
No, I told him I'm not fucking with it.
You got to be in the room. You got to be in the room.
Listen,
come on,
Mick. Listen, my blackness will not allow that. There's certain things that you just don't understand.
We don't have the time for the story, but sometime I will tell a story about the time I found a Satan church in the middle of Manistee National Forest.
Oh,
like an actual 100% accurate worshiping Satan church in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. There was a lot of abandoned mental hospitals in Jersey growing up, and a lot of them would go hang out there. You know, and like because who's going to bother you? I mean, us as idiots.
Yeah, I mean, like weirdos walking around. Mister, we are the weirdos. But I would be into that, man. I love that stuff. Like as a definite doubter, I welcome that all the time. I go see people do like psychics. Anytime they do what's it called when they make people do suggestion.
Oh, hypnosis.
My brain's not working. Yeah, hypnotize. Like I go to see all that stuff. And so if FearFest had something like that, that would be a huge coup in my opinion, because like it's the kind of thing where even a doubter, like a universal doubter like me, is going to come.
All redheads are skeptics, just like
we don't have a soul. That's why.
We're well aware. Lovely.
And Sturdy knows my wife. She won't go near it. Like,
see, neither will mine. She'll start yelling at me in Spanish and shit. I don't even know what the hell she's saying. So
my wife yells at me too. Oh, I have a Ouija board down here that I legit bought just to do.
She lets you have it in the house. Miranda won't let me have it in the house.
It has to be down here. She's not happy about it. The kids keep asking about it, but I'm like, it's a board. It's made by
like
Milton
Mattel
Bradley,
or something,
I think.
Milton Bradley
or something. But it's just I bought it at Spirit Halloween. Even the Spirit Halloween movie where their monsters come or their decorations come to life into real monsters didn't look real. So I doubt their real Ouija boards are going to do anything.
I would be into it. Like the other thing that I think would be really interesting is if one of the two nights they did a haunt tour, like you and Casey did. Like there's got to be one right there in Raleigh. There's got to be.
Oh, well, during May though, probably not.
You don't think so?
No.
You're right.
I got unfortunately I get it like when I was there, it rained the whole time. I went downtown Raleigh looking for things to do, and I ended up like just kind of getting caught in the rain. But
I feel so bad for you, man, because like you did, and it was raining, but then this year was just like ungodly hot.
I remember I rented. I was going to drive us around in the convertible. I rented the convertible. I was going to, and then like it rained the whole time.
Oh man, yeah. This even with this year with the heat though, I will say this: we're saying it was hot outside. The venue was cool.
Oh, the venue was nice.
Yeah, venue kept it nice and cool, and I had my fans on me the whole time because I extra sweat. Especially this weekend, I had both knee braces on, and I was hoofing it everywhere.
And guys, I have to say this. Now, again, I met Mick in person. He really is 6'8". He was not lying about that.
This isn't like
some people lie online just because. People lie about a lot of shit. I'm sure some people lie about being mad tall online because they know they're never going to meet the people that they're lying to. Mick could have been one of those people. Now I know I can trust him just because of that right there. Like
I am 6'8".
Yo, Dan, just imagine this whole time Mick is hyping this shit up. So you go meet him.
They go up and he's like not. And I've had friends who are the same height, so I would have known.
No, but I'm saying and he's not only is he not 6'8", but he's shorter than us.
But okay, Dan will know this, and anybody else who's going out this weekend will find out. It's just like that scene in Deadpool and Wolverine. That's all we'll say. And
okay, spoilers, please, guys.
No. I'm not giving anything up.
One, I know this has nothing to do with horror, but did you not want to see Danny DeVito there?
I did. I was hoping.
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. That is all I'll say.
Patch.
I did. I just.
But then we got. I don't know where it went. Like so. Okay, you guys know like a spoiler that Danny DeVito is not in it.
Yeah, but I guess that's a spoiler. Danny DeVito is not in Deadpool.
He did say multiple times in public, quoted that he wasn't going to be in it. So it would have been a cool connection because Ryan Reynolds, Mac from what's his name. You know, we could have made it happen, but
it could have made it happen.
Lots of cameos, though. No spoilers. Lots of cameos. You're going to see lots of fun stuff. So
hey, cameo. Okay, so who was the favorite guest? Who was so like? I mean, I
the
would say the year
con?
I went with Barbara
No, at the
Crampton.
con. Yeah. No, don't tell him in Deadpool.
No.
Barbara Crampton, I think, had the best presence when the year I went, and I'm biased, so maybe that like
You love Barbara Crampton.
that's I mean, like she has such a like phenomenal career, but who
Just out of celebrities, you're talking, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Uh,
for the last 4 years, I'll think about it from my.
I
end,
just
but
mean this
30
last year because I didn't get to go and like
Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna. Everybody was really happy with everybody who was there, and they were great. There was not like one celebrity that I met that I have anything like where it's like it felt weird or awkward or like angry or anything. Everybody was just so super sweet, so nice. But if I'm gonna call it out, I'm gonna say David Arquette, in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
It seemed like he was like a big draw, the biggest draw in that sense. And it was honestly, I got to meet him a few times that weekend. Truly an amazing, wonderful human being. His family is a beautiful, wonderful family was there. And just really down to earth, sweet guy is what it comes down to. So, but everybody was like Heather Langenkamp was really nice. I love doing their panels, and to kind of go back to the panels we were talking. We did record some things. Unfortunately, the Heather Langenkamp one, we had some technical issues, so we don't have that one. But we do have portion of the David Arquette that's going to go up. And we also have the podcasting panel, and we have Amelie McLean's panel, which will be so much fun. It'll be a great time.
Speaking of Amelie, that was probably, but all right, I have three. It was Amelie, it was Warrington Gillette, and it was her name is slipping my damn mind. Mick, help me out here.
What's the movie?
Amy Steele.
Amy Steele. Oh yeah, meeting Amy Steele. That was so much fun for you.
And
she's Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so
the man's here. What's up?
So the cool thing about that, though, which the picture's around here somewhere. My wife knows where it is. The cool thing about that is when I got to do the what the fuck do you call those pictures? Sorry, call those pictures. You know what I'm talking about. The pictures with the celebrities.
Oh, where you do like it's an immersive picture. Sturdy got a picture. Oh, you tell them. I don't want to tell them.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. Whatever that picture is called, the photo ops. There we go. I got one with Warrington Gillette and Amy Steele. You know, like the scene where the mother's head's on the table, and then they were just standing behind me, and it was fucking. Sorry, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Did you tell them you visited the set?
I don't remember if I told them that or not. Honestly, I was so excited.
That was shot in the same location as the first one. 1 and 2 are in the same location.
I can't remember if I told them or not.
One of my favorite things that I got to do, and Sturdy was there for it actually. No, you weren't there for you. Were you there? Yeah, it was you. I thought it was Paul for a second. It was the Green Goblin.
Oh, taking a picture in front of
taking a picture with the Green Goblin and talking to Tim Shockey, who owns it, and he runs the whole Green Goblin project where he restored it and he takes it out on tour. And he's got memorabilia and autographs and pictures with everybody. It's very cool. Wonderful guy. And just his story was so much fun just to listen to and kind of what he's doing. So that was a good one. That was a fun one for me. I realize it's not a celebrity, but like it is. It's the Green Goblin from Maximum Overdrive, and I love it.
Yeah. I love that movie, and I know it's kind of like a I mean, it's like a dirty spot for Stephen King, right? Like also why is it that a meteor starts that? Think about that narratively.
Wait. Are we talking about Maximum Overdrive?
Yeah. The Green Goblin is
I got two context clues. I got Stephen King, and I got a black spot. And then the meteorite gate was a dead giveaway.
There's one up there. The pin is up there. All gifts, by the way. Thank you so much again, Brian. I got a coin from the guy who does it. And then I have a picture. I don't have it up here, but I have a picture with it. With the Green Goblin head. It's huge. You think I was big? It's huge. It dwarfs you.
Now, the question is, is Maximum Overdrive a good film?
Yes.
The answer is maybe.
It's an enjoyable film.
But is there a lot of cocaine involved? And the answer is yes.
So much more than the bear.
There had to have been, like, how much cocaine was involved in that film? Like, Estevez was there. You have Stephen King there.
Stephen King said he did not remember a single moment of directing that film.
I believe it.
I truly I know. I don't care what anybody says. I'm print the legend. I know. I'm making this the fact now. Can't believe I said that, but whatever. I'm making this the fact. There was some point on there where they were just all so out of it. They were like, all right, how do we end this? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get an army Jeep. We're going to put a gun on it. It's going to hold them hostage, and they have to just do this. And like, he's just speaking it. And the script soup is just sitting there writing everything down. And then they ended the damn movie.
Well, I think giving Stephen King a blank check on coke is the same as giving Tom Green on whatever he was on a blank check, because you get two crazy films, right? You get Maximum Overdrive and you got Freddy Got Fingered. Both crazy.
It's a genius movie, by the way.
Joe Ridgely, what's going on, man? Hopefully we'll see you tonight. Good evening, all. Maximum Overdrive is overrated, in my opinion. Never felt need to watch it more than once. You know, that's the thing. Like, it is not like I can watch Maximum Overdrive the same way I can watch Big Trouble in Little China.
Or like Chopping Mall, right? Like, it's got
Chopping Mall. Yeah.
Don't you say a bad word about Chopping Mall.
Who said anything bad about Chopping Mall?
It was about to.
I don't even know.
He said it with his eyes.
No,
I said they're similar films. They're the exact same, like, watching like experience. It's like there's craziness abound. It makes absolutely no sense, but I'm having a great time watching it, and I don't have to really think a lot.
Chopping Mall is
but I'm gonna watch it more than
full
once.
of legendary scream queens and has the greatest camel toe in the history of cinema.
I love where this went. We were talking about panels.
Well, all of them have been there on the panels.
Speaking of Chopping Mall, Kelly Maroney was there this weekend. Very lovely, wonderful. She was part of the Women in Horror panel we were talking about. Like I said, these panels are getting edited. Work has been kicking my butt a little bit, so just bear with me when they're getting edited, and then I'll be putting them up on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to see all that stuff. But
get to work, individual who sets his own schedule.
Not anymore.
I have a theory about Kelly Maroney, and you gotta fill in the blanks for me with this. So Kelly Maroney is clearly a great human, storied career. Fill in the blanks, right? Every time she's been on Joe Bob, she has appeared hammered. Is she just naturally like that? Or is she actually in an altered state of mind, as Joe Bob would say, and you know what I mean?
She didn't seem hammered to me.
Maybe
it's a Saturday party. I don't know.
A little B. I think all individuals that are in the light, right? I mean, I think they all have a little bit of quirkiness to them just because they're in enough.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to lose my position. No, go ahead, Tim. Keep it coming.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation, and then Camel Toe comes up. So
that's your brother.
You brought up.
Oh gosh!
One of the greatest cult classics in 80s horror history. You brought it up, and you know what happens in that film.
If you didn't watch that movie during COVID, none of this would have happened.
I knew about that long before we saw it on Joe Bob. I love Chopping Mall.
To quote our good friends Steve and Joe, I'm sure you saw that show in 1995, Dan. I'm sure you saw it.
100%.
I'm sure you did.
100%. And you know how I watched it? Family Video. Do you guys know what Family Video is?
I mean, I know what a video store is, and sometimes they were
I didn't know
Family Video was regional to the Midwest.
Yeah,
we had Premiere Video. I have heard of Family Video though.
Family Video is Blockbuster, basically.
No Blockbuster.
And like, so they had, you could rent 2 movies for $1, and you better believe, like, once a month I was renting Chopping Mall. Once a month.
No, you were not. You were renting Will Ferrell Best of Volume 1 because we watched
that too once a month,
and Best of Adam Sandler Volume 1.
But this is the thing: Kelly Maroney, Barbara Crampton have both been at Carolina Fear Fest.
Yep.
So it's completely relevant.
This is confirmed. We can
I love
confirm
how
this
it all
occurred.
goes back.
I was
to,
there for both of them. I did both their panels. I also did Dee Wallace's panel as well. That was fun.
I can't remember the other two. One of the actresses that's in it is just absolutely gorgeous. The other one disappeared after doing Chopping Mall. They're both like very beautiful, but
no, the other one was in. I think she was in a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, all three of them were in a ton of stuff.
yeah, but there's a fourth. Remember, there are four. There are four women.
I don't remember that movie as well as you do.
I just remember boobs and Dick Miller. I remember robots, boobs, and Dick Miller. Those are the three things I remember.
Barbara Crampton is so young in that film. She's like 20. And it's like she's unrecognizable.
She's so young.
Honestly.
She's like 35.
All right, what's an 80s horror icon who's someone you would love to see as a guest?
Robert Englund. I can't believe he hasn't been on Joe Bob. The dude's gonna die soon, and he's gonna. They're not gonna like.
Jesus Christ!
Don't wish death on nobody.
Let somebody else answer.
He's like 76.
Okay, so I hope he has at least 10 more years, if not more.
Sturdy, this is your watch party tonight. I hope you know that. This is what this is.
It's gonna be fun.
you have these two together, and I love it. But it's gonna be face palming and Dan just saying I'm right.
Fine.
It's been my entire life.
I have siblings too. I get it.
So to go back to Carolina Fear Fest real quick.
To bring this all back.
No, that's it. You guys go around the horn. Like that's what Robert Englund.
Robert Englund, who do you got? Sir Sturdy. Who would be your choice?
Tony Todd.
Dude, Tony Todd be sick. Tony Todd be good, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's
How
one
about
I
you,
haven't
Tim?
met.
I gotta go. I'm going into my letterbox to think about like what 80s movies I've seen I really like and hasn't already been there.
When I got on Letterboxd and decided to start adding movies I've seen to it, I used Tim's as a good way to remember the shit I've seen in the 80s and 90s.
I literally put every film I've ever seen on there. I think
That would take so long. I don't even know.
I
how
gotta find your letterbox, Tim, because that may be a good way for me to jog my memory if I've seen this movie or not. Because me just looking by title, that ain't gonna work.
Let's see. What do I have
did.
on Letterboxd?
It was fun, actually. I did that. I went through.
Oh, I had an absolute blast doing it. I have 2,100 films on Letterboxd that I've rated.
Jesus.
Wow. I have not rated that many yet.
But it's nice when anyone like asks me my top 100. I just click a button and it's there.
That's fair.
That's true. That's very.
Who would be another
Letterboxd.
gonna? You know who would be? Have they had? I'm trying to think, Mick. Have they had many like producers and directors? I would love to see Clive Barker there.
Ooh,
That'd be a good one. That'd be fun.
Like,
well, they had Doug on there, didn't they? Or who's Pinhead? Sorry, I just meant
Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley
No,
hasn't
you're
been. I don't
right.
think he's been to Fear Fest yet, has he?
No, but he was on Joe Bob. Sorry.
Oh,
I got
But
thinking.
he hasn't been. He's
2,100 the amount you've seen?
Yes,
movies
2,100 films.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm going back to like when I was 5. Like I'm tracking literally every film I've ever seen. And so like
I wonder what mine is.
yeah.
I know it's high. It's like 7.
It occasionally comes up though where there's a film I've seen that I haven't, but it's rare at this point.
Now that makes me want to actually go back to Letterboxd and just see like how many I have.
Yeah, that's honestly, I'm at that point where like I just want to see like because I know I haven't added them all. I haven't even gone through my DVD collection yet. All right, I'm at 7,583.
That's
Nice.
7,500.
7,000?
7,583.
Oh, that's way more than me. Why are you talking to
Holy hell.
A good, respectable number. You got to remember, I spent my life dedicated
Yeah,
to film.
Mick was in film.
That's fair. I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy who works in credit.
No, like, but like my whole goal was like to become a filmmaker.
So who's your
like,
pick, Tim?
I'm talking to you guys, and it's hard for me to do.
Oh my God.
To
Mick, who's your
talk
pick?
and chew bubblegum at the same time.
I mean, listen, I'm always happy with everybody. I'm not really a big celebrity guy, but I do like talking to the celebrities when we're there because it's just a little more intimate than like doing it like on here and
Well,
such.
okay, Mick nailed it because that's me. Like I saw Rico Browning at Grand Rapids Comic-Con, and like he was in a wheelchair and he didn't talk a lot, but I was so excited just to meet the guy and like to hear his stories that like That's the kind of celebrity I guess I get like.
Was that the
excited
Black Lagoon guy, Tim?
Yeah, that's the guy who can hold his.
I told you, Mick. Like he had the good Black Lagoon story.
I would love to. Yeah.
Dude, that guy could hold his breath underwater for 10 minutes.
Damn.
That is crazy.
Like just do it.
Like
Like all those scenes in The Creature of the Black Lagoon, that's just him underwater he was just a freak of nature. He did almost all the underwater work for Universal from 40 to 50. He was really big with Flipper. I think he adopted Flipper, if I remember correctly. There was a whole story about
awesome.
him taking care of animals. Yeah. Go ahead.
No. I'm trying to remember his face because I think it looked just like you, if I remember correctly.
Rico Browning was a very.
You said that before in the show. You said he looked like Tim.
Yeah. But I couldn't I remember he looks like Tim. I don't remember what he looks like. So
he was literally a real life Aquaman, though. It's crazy. Like if you actually that movie, that movie only exists because Rico Browning was the individual he was. Like to be able to do what he could because they could only create a costume that doesn't have to have air because he could stay underwater for so long.
That's so cool, man.
Two more to add to the list, and I can't believe I didn't say this to begin with because I'm looking right at the poster. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Those would be awesome.
Oh my 100%. God.
Mick, has Jessica Harper been there from Suspiria?
No.
Oh,
that'd be a cool one.
That would be a cool one. She's also in Phantom of the Paradise, which is a weird movie, but very fun to watch if you like musicals.
I'll check it out. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Phantom of the Paradise?
No.
It's
another one I can add to the list. I'll watch it. And then
it's a Phantom of the Opera riff, but it's primarily like electronic music. But she's the star of that movie as the female lead.
I dig it. I'm in. See, that's why I go to Tim's Things. And that's why I tell you, Sturdy, when you're trying to pick your movies for Sturdovision, go to Tim. He's gonna have a whole list. Dan's got a solid list too.
My list.
I don't know. I was on. You know how I am with social media. I'm just like social media literate. So.
And I might win tonight with New York Ninja. That's all I'm saying. I might win Sturdy's heart with it, and he's gonna be like, "I trust you now."
Is that what we're winning? Well, that's what we're playing at 10 is New York Ninja?
New York
Ninja.
I
hadn't looked at, but that's Farley, right?
No, that's Beverly Hills Ninja. We're watching New York Ninja, the found movie that sat on a shelf for 40 years.
That's right. Okay, I know what we're talking about. I'm excited. I think was it Vinegar Syndrome or Criterion that fixed it?
I think Vinegar Syndrome.
It was Vinegar Syndrome. That's right. That's what we did it. Yeah. Underrated website, by the way, as far as like restoring physical media.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they're not everyone's favorite because it's a lot of exploitation media. But that being said, like all film exists for a reason, and I think all film should be maintained. And so, from that perspective, Vinegar Syndrome is amazing because there's a lot of movies that Vinegar Syndrome restores that don't stream, which is crazy to think about.
Why don't you go on Letterboxd? Do what I did, because what I did was I went by year, and then as I would go by year, I'd be like, "Oh, I've seen that. Okay, let me add that to the thing." And I have books, the movies I've watched, but they're not up to date by like 10 years. So, I'll go through and do stuff like that. Tim, what I want you to do is a little homework assignment. I want you to go through the 70s, just 1970 through 1979, and tell me that just even by the titles,
you were so depressed that week, Mick. Like you really wanted him to do this?
So depressed that week. The 70s I saw like 35 movies, like in a 5-year span in the 70s. I thought the 70s would have been flooded, and I'm like, this is insanity.
Like you don't like the 70s, or
the 70s are filled with movies about very harsh essay. That is it seems.
Well,
that is the whole 70s.
Everyone had to try to find their stride, right? Because everyone was done with Hammer horror. They were done with
I think Vietnam played a big role in it.
Well, yeah, because when real world
and just like Crisis completely. I don't I like this. The Hell House series is one that I think
definitely agree
should be elevated way higher than it gets, and now they have the prequel, but they have another one coming out this fall.
Yeah, they're not slowing down at all with them. They're
Yeah,
easy to shoot, and it's a fun story.
That's it. They're really good.
But that's, you know what? Actually, to bring it, because I want to bring it home so that way I can eat dinner and get ready for this watch party. But I want, and we are going to be talking all night long, gentlemen. So like, it's going to be a good one. So I want to bring it home on Horror Conversations, and I do want to talk about Terrifier 3 with the new trailer coming out. It is a Christmas movie. You know, there's been rumors that there's a scene so vile in it that was so hard to film that even the studio was like, you have to take it out. And they didn't. Like, sometimes I think that's sensationalism for PR.
Yep.
I don't know
Blair
what
Witch
the Terrifier.
Like, Mick, I have as a little teaser to 1970s films that are worth watching that aren't harsh essays. One of the best horror films ever made, in my opinion, The Wicker Man, 1973.
73? Really?
Tell me better folk horror than The Wicker Man.
Every Hammer movie?
That's not folk horror. That's gothic horror.
That's
Gothic. Yeah,
faulty.
And also Hammer. So
goth.
Hammer. Don't forget. So one of the best Hammer films is in 1971.
Which one?
That
I didn't say that
Dracula,
1973
the
didn't have
Asian
any good
Dracula
movies.
one. What is it? 12 Sisters, whatever, Tim? I'm trying to remember the name of
Oh
it.
God, Dracula, 1973
All right,
or
you guys
whatever.
are getting nicked in about 10 seconds because I want to eat.
Okay. Yeah. Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3.
We can talk about 70s
Terrifier
horror
3.
after. We'll talk about 70s horror after. Terrifier 3. Let's go.
Yeah. So have you guys had a chance to see the trailer yet?
I have. So my issue with the franchise.
Art the Clown's not my vibe.
I don't think he's scary. I think I could beat his ass. So I don't like. I'm sorry. Like, I don't get it.
There's no way. Art's supernatural. That's established in Old Hallows Eve.
Is he supernatural?
Yes, in Old Hallows Eve, he's like in 10 places at once.
But so I guess I've only seen Terrifier 1. I haven't seen.
No, we watched Old Hallows Eve at your house. Remember, it's the one where he it's the shorts and he ends and he's like crawling out of the screen at the end of the movie.
Nah, I don't remember.
No, I was drunk.
I was probably drunk. Like, I didn't. No, the first one we watched it, my wife and I watched it. I was like, I don't know. What is he like? So he's super. So what makes him supernatural? What's the backstory? I don't know, man.
There is no backstory. He's just a terrifying clown.
No, I think they're starting to build up on some backstory. Terrifier 2.
Yeah, okay, Shake. What was the backstory of Darth Vader when he first came on screen?
He was a Jedi that
he was a
fallen
Jedi.
He was
you didn't know any of that. All you knew when Darth Vader came on
Anakin.
screen, all you knew was that he was a hard ass mofo. That's
But you
all
knew it by
knew.
you knew it by the end of the film.
You did know about
You
it.
kind of knew. No, you didn't. You didn't know he was. You didn't know. You didn't know. Nothing.
What's the argument though? Because like they're doing it though. Like that's why my argument for like really liking Terrifier 2 versus Terrifier 1 is that there's a story.
Maybe I need to watch 2 then, because 1 just didn't. It was just torture, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's not scary. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Troy, what's up, man?
What up?
Terrifier 2 to me was good because they built now a hero of it. There's an protagonist, and that's a supernatural element to it. I think her name is Laura something. My apologies.
So it's not the girl from
Laura
something or another. Terrifier. Well, I'll see who Terrifier 3 is. Who's going to be in Terrifier 3? I'll talk about it from that. I know she is.
Yeah.
Listen, all right. Fuck.
Dude, I have like I'm deep in Letterboxd right now, and I got 4.
Yes.
I got 4 70s horror films already that I'm excited about.
Yes, Lauren Lavera. She plays the new protagonist, Sienna, in it. Her brother is played by Elliot Fulham. Jonathan, he's another one in it that's like sort of becoming a quick antagonist of it, and I think more of an antagonist to Amelie McLean's younger clown character. So it's adding some element to it. Art is definitely supernatural. By second one, they established that's what's going on. And so going into this third one with him having been defeated by an actual hero that is established now in the second one, I'm anxious. I'm interested to know why they went with Christmas. Is it like some of that feels sensationalized? Like, okay, let's just do it during Christmas. This will be insane. But when he's doing snow angels in a pool of blood in a Santa suit. I was like, this is pretty shocking. And I kind of
listen. There's only one Christmas horror movie that we ever have to see.
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day.
You guys love that movie. That's true.
So Joe, if you've ever seen any of the documentaries about Friday the 13th.
Wait. I can tell you straight up. He wasn't supernatural in the first 4 movies. They gave it in the first 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
He wasn't supernatural. He was human. Mm-hmm. They established that with Amy Steele's dialogue in the bar, saying, "What if he grew up?" Now it was very like just thrown together in dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, it
established that he was human. So when Corey Feldman kills him in the 4th one, he is brought back to life in a Frankenstein type of situation.
Yeah, with the lightning bolt.
In part 6. So that's when he becomes supernatural. So we do have an origin story for Jason being supernatural.
Technically.
I like the explanation that he's embodied by the vengeance of nature.
No more Aristotle.
There we go. No, I do. So the director of Freddy vs. Jason said he thought of him as a Ronin, like a samurai that had no lord, and he was the vengeance of nature, kind of like the guy. I'm sure he directed Bride of Chucky. What's his name?
I don't know.
So the director of Freddy vs. Jason, he said, I like to think of him as a Ronin.
Ronnie Yu.
Yeah. And I like that explanation. Like when he comes back, it's nature's vengeance. And it continues on in that idea of like punishing young people. Like I love that explanation. He is a great director and I loved his take on it. And like, it's such a cool explanation of what's going on there.
No, it's a locket and he walks around all day. That's what it is. So
right. The movie about transforming robots.
Well, guys, we're going to get out of here. We want to say thank you to all of you for jumping in, hanging out with us, having a good old time. But make sure if you want to keep having this good old time.
What's the slogan for this year, Mick, for CFF?
I don't know.
They don't have one yet?
Year 6, ready for the picks. I don't know. I'm throwing stuff out. All right. We're going to go. I'm going to say goodbye to my guests, Dan, Tim, and Sturdy. You can go check out the 2 below, Math and Smash, over on Betting Bros, which is starting up. They're going to tell you how to bet on these NFL games. So make sure on the Scene Snobs channel you are watching.
The model, it's being worked.
Nah, you go with what's in here.
That's right. One has an algorithm and one has his heart, and it's just a lot of fun. So if you think Deadpool and Wolverine was a good time, check these 2 out there in Betting Bros.
It is. Yeah, I guess it's very similar.
And then, of course, check out my good buddy here, Sir Sturdy, over on the Horror Sir Sturdy channel. Watch his podcast. It's great. He's reviewing horror movies from all over the place right now, backpacking with Sturdy. You got to check it out. But over on Sturdovision, we're having a really good time. He does watch parties usually every Friday about 10 p.m. And then at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Eastern, you got to make sure that you are there to watch the review of those movies on Sturdovision, where it gets crazy. That's the crazy stuff. That's a really fun stuff.
Troy's joined in on that too. Like that's Yep.
Troy, Joe will be there.
Last month together, it was.
Would you hallucinate at midnight? Is that where it changes?
I want to eat. I'm putting you 2 in the green room. I love them so much, and I cannot wait to hear their voices. But I have to eat.
One more thing. I just gotta say one last thing. No, this is about CFF. One last thing. CFF guests. The cast from Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves is my dream guest to meet. I'm being dead serious.
That would be fun. That would be a fun one. I would not be against it at all. I love you too. All right, Sir Sturdy. Go check out Horror Sir Sturdy. And guys, until next time, I love you all. Make sure that you guys are hanging out, following, subscribe to your Carolina Fear Fest. You can also come check us out over on the Scene Snobs. We appreciate you. And I'm working on a new outro. So you're just going to have to deal with the Scene Snobs one right now. But CFF will have one soon. Talk to you guys very, very soon. And take care of yourselves.